Imagine, you are standing in the middle of a bustling town square. What do you see? People are laughing, bells are ringing, and a fountain is splashing. The present continuous tense is the perfect grammatical tool for describing this immediate scene. When and where we use it. We primarily use this tense to describe actions happening at the exact moment of speaking, right now. It's also used for actions that are ongoing or temporary around the present moment, even if they aren't occurring this very second. For example, I am reading a fantastic book this month. We also use it to talk about definite future plans and arrangements that have already been made. Why we use it. It brings a sense of immediacy and dynamic action to our sentences. It tells the listener that the action is in progress. It started before now, and crucially, it has not finished yet. Tips and tricks for a better learning process. Look for the to be. Always remind yourself that this tense needs two parts, the to be verb, am, is, or are, and the main verb with ing. Narrate your life. As you go about your day, describe what you are doing out loud. I am walking. The sun is shining. I am drinking water. This immediate practice is the key to mastery. The present continuous is built from three parts: subject, the right form of to be, and the main verb, always carrying the lively ing ending, the structure, subject, I, you, we, they, he, she, it, plus to be, am, is, are, plus verb, plus ing, plus the rest of the sentence. The simplest way to picture the present simple timeline is to think of it as the always true tense. It's not focused on what's happening right now, but on what's established. The action or truth began somewhere in the past. We don't know exactly when, and it doesn't matter. It is fully valid and happening right now in the present, and it is expected to continue seamlessly into an unknown future. Essentially, the present simple describes a reality that stretches unbroken from the past, through the present, and forward into what comes next. It's for things that are fixed, facts, habits, and permanent situations. I am learning about grammar today. He, she, it is listening to classical music. We, you, they are planning a big trip next summer. Examples: the chef is preparing the final course right now. My brother is saving money for a new bicycle. We are waiting patiently for the bus to arrive. I am writing an important letter to my grandparents. The children are drawing colourful pictures of animals. You are practicing your scales beautifully on the piano. The wind is blowing strongly outside this morning. They are discussing the results of the recent project. Sarah is studying architecture at the university this semester. I am thinking about what to cook for dinner tonight. Spelling rules with further 10 examples. Adding the ing suffix is simple, but sometimes we need to make small, careful adjustments to the base verb to ensure the spelling is neat and tidy. The rule: drop the silent E before adding ing. Examples: drive, make, use, become driving, making, using. Double the final consonant if the verb ends in CVC, consonant, vowel, consonant, and the stress is on the last syllable. Examples: run, sit, swim, become running, sitting, swimming. For most other verbs, simply add ing to the end. Examples: read, play, talk, become reading, playing, talking. Further examples: the dog is running across the wide open field. My friend is making a delicious chocolate cake today. The birds are flying south for the winter. He is sitting quietly in the library this afternoon. I am driving to the coast next week. We are beginning the final chapter of the book. She is putting all the books back on the shelf. You are using the new software efficiently. The water is boiling rapidly in the kettle. The present continuous negative. Sometimes an action is not happening. To express this, we introduce the word not right after the to be verb. This creates a clear and concise denial of the ongoing action. Where and when do we use the negative? We use the negative form when we want to state that a particular action is not in progress at the moment, or that a temporary situation or planned future event is not taking place. How to form the negative? Subject plus am, is, are plus not plus verb plus ing plus the rest of the sentence. Examples. I am not listening to any music while I study. The machine is not making that strange noise anymore. We are not planning to move houses anytime soon. He is not wearing his spectacles at the moment. You are not paying attention to the instructions. They are not having their team meeting today. It is not raining heavily, only a light drizzle. My sister is not feeling well, so she is resting. The workers are not building on the site this weekend. I am not reading that particular science fiction novel. I'm not meeting my friends tomorrow evening. She isn't flying to Paris next week. We aren't having a meeting on Monday. They aren't coming to the party tonight. He isn't starting his new job next month. Questions in the present continuous. In English, when we want to ask about something happening right now, we use the present continuous tense. We move the verb to be, am, is, are, to the front of the sentence before the subject. This inversion, moving to be forward, signals that we're asking, not stating. When, where, and why we use questions. We use these questions to check or confirm what is happening right now, or to inquire about a temporary situation or a confirmed plan. The action is usually clearly visible or audible to the speaker, and we are seeking information or clarification. How to form the question. The subject and to be swap. To form a question, we swap the position of the to be verb and the subject. To be, am, is, are, plus subject, plus verb, plus ing, plus the rest of your sentence. Examples. Are they walking the dog in the park this evening? Is the baby sleeping soundly in her crib? Am I holding the map the wrong way again? Are you watching the news broadcast right now? Is the electricity working after the storm passed? Are your parents visiting you this weekend? Is the phone ringing repeatedly in the next room? Are we leaving for the airport in 10 minutes? Is the gardener planting new roses in the front yard? Am I speaking clearly enough for everyone to understand? What shall we pay attention to? When we think about using the present continuous, it's important to remember that some verbs are primarily used to describe states, thoughts, or senses, rather than physical actions in progress. These verbs often prefer to remain in the simpler form, even when we are talking about the present moment. Verbs that describe a state or preference like know, believe, like, want, or seem are typically not used in the continuous form. They express an unchanging condition or belief, so they usually use the present simple to convey their meaning. For example, instead of saying, I am knowing the answer, we would say, I know the answer. This helps us keep our tenses clear and expressive. And there you have it, the complete story of the present continuous. It's the perfect tense for adding dynamic, real-time context to your conversations. By mastering the simple three-part formation, the careful spelling rules, and the structure for questions and negatives, you are now equipped to describe any ongoing action, whether it's happening right in front of you or over a temporary period. Let me know if you'd like to explore how this tense works alongside the present simple, or if you want to dive deeper into any of the spelling rules we covered.